Drees and Evo can complete the whole journey from undesirable to undeniable and punch their ticket into the weekend here at the Winter Major.
They gotta fly higher than the Falcons though, and that has been a task that Dignitas needs to do right here, right now. Winning this series gives them a huge net of safety. They cannot afford to falter here.
You cannot ask for a tougher schedule than what Team Falcons had to endure yesterday, going through K-Corp and Vitality. Very different results on either side. As Evo couldn't quite catch up with this, he'll take a shot on, easily sent away by Ahmad. And Ahmad looking for boost that's not there, so he'll be out of the play for a moment. Khaled delaying. TRK will take over, and Falcons unfazed by the unsuccessful trip for boost downfield.
Yeah, you gotta see, just notice how Falcons are playing around the field. This could be a chance. Evo, though, will knock it away before he gets knocked down. Also gets a good 50 over on that midfield, and Andy pushes it through. Could be a chance there. A double commit, though, between Evo and Drees, and maybe Falcons can muster up something the other way.
TRK is gonna take his time, let his teammates get in position. Able to drop that down to Ahmad. It goes all the way across, nobody home. Khaled has to come in from way in the back. Got by. This shot coming from out of nowhere. It looked like Dignitas invited him to shoot. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, you can't give a man like that space. Look at Khaled. Beautiful touch on that. Top corner. Andy realized the mistake way too late. Just couldn't get there in time. Khaled picking up that first goal, and Falcons racing off.
So the challenge now laid down to Dignitas. How do you answer? So important, too, for Falcons taking it off to a quick start after they struggled early in their two series yesterday. Ahmad will line one up and slam it home on the near side.
They're ramping up stacks. Look at this. I love that from TRK. Sensa says, Ahmad, go get it. And my goodness, the read off that back wall. Great follow-up, great goal. 2 goals for Falcons. They're setting the tone.
This could get real ugly real quick for Dignitas. You gotta find a way to stop the bleeding. Evo just goes right on by. Ahmad faked him out on the wall. He's picked his spot, but Andy's there to help out. TRK keeping it available. Khaled will watch this go over his head. Everybody retreating. This is an opportunity for Fig. And it's still on the goal line and forced through by Drees.
Big man plays right there. I love this patience from Evo. Everyone expecting him to go up. Instead plays the low 50. Ball pops out. Drees seeing what Evo does. Says, let me follow up with that as well. Nice dunk to get Dig on the scoring board. 3:19 left. Plenty of time for Dig to start to get settled here, because Falcons, they came out, gave him a couple of quick punches, but now Dig's starting to punch back.
Did wonder watching them yesterday. We saw Falcons both times, wondering if they could put together a full 5-minute game. It seemed like they would dominate one half or the other, but never the full 5 minutes. Andy, gonna keep this close to the vest. TRK just waits for him to give it away. Deep into the corner, it's Evo. Gave it away to Ahmad, but he couldn't get to it. So now Drees and Evo going to work. They're past one, but Khaled's right there, and the easy stop. Here we go again, back into the Dignitas end, and good defending way up high. Got to be a lot more proactive than they were at the start of this game. Dignitas is picking it up.
Yeah, definitely got to be proactive. Got to keep the clean rotations in here as well. And it seems like they've been kind of managing that and giving each other proper space. They also forced some double commits off the Falcons defensively, and maybe could be a prime chance for them to strike. Evo trying to push this through. Does get it to midfield, but nobody home, so TRK will be able to pick up the ball and some boost as he tries to bring Falcons out of their own half.
TRK waiting for Ahmad to center. It's a good one, and Evo's right there, well read. Dignitas staying alive here with 2 minutes remaining in this opener. Now TRK has Ahmad to his right. Evo and Drees both go, so it'll be Khaled who has to bring it back forward. Ahmad up high, dropped down to Khaled, and another double commit defensively.
Wait.
It's a little awkward. TRK made that more interesting than it needed to be.
Yeah, a little bit of panic setting in there. Things start to slow down, but Falcons have to be careful. We saw this in the Vitality series, where sometimes they get a little too overextended. And that could lead to some chances here for Dignitas if they can pull them out and hit them with a sharp counterattack.
See if Dignitas can stay out of their own way here defensively. It's Evo on the other side, blocked by both Khaled and Ahmad. And Drees tracking here as Ahmad will play it through. Ahmad to center. And Dries has that one easily. The demolition inconsequential on either side. Now TRK, floater, just a little high and sent off, but not cleanly out of the zone. As they're struggling to play kind of point-to-point defense, now they finally do clear out. Andy for Dries for the tie, denied by TRK.
Yeah, a little sloppy coming out from Dignitas, but they are finally able to get into that upper third. Only for a moment though, and maybe that could be the difference here. Not being able to set up consistent offense against a team like Falcons that love to break out could be a difference maker. Dries lines it up. Evo, it's a light touch. You see Andy, he's too far out, can't get there in time. They're gonna have to try again.
It seems like they're just off a beat with their offensive rhythm. Nobody's where they need to be for these passes and centers. It's Dries now trying to bring it out to Evo, who got in the way at least of Ahmad. But now it's only Andy at the back, had to put a hand up, shots wide, follow-up is not. Ahmad might have put it out of reach.
And it comes back to it again. Too far forward, Dries, Andy last back, just didn't think TRK had that ball. Very interesting for Andy to go for it, and then that sets up a lane where Falcons can complete that play out. Now up by 2, it's looking like the Falcons are secure in this game.
We've seen strange antics off kickoffs late in games in this tournament, but we haven't seen any major chokes so far. Evo couldn't get one around in front, and time is going to run out on Dignitas in game 1. Falcons get the win they needed. Remember, if they just win 2 games in this series, they can't be eliminated by losing. So important to get that first win where they'd struggled early in series earlier yesterday with losses in the first couple of games to K-Corp and Vitality. Of course, they did come back against Vitality and pull off the reverse sweep. But a strong win here, especially because it felt like they did indeed dominate for all 5 minutes, which they'd struggled to do just the day before.
Exactly, and then on the side of Dignitas, you gotta think, this is a team that is also playing against a clock here. Seekers cannot drag out. As we take a look at the Mobile 1 high performance replay, Falcons struck fast and they were quick to make work and really set, like I said, set that tone. Dignitas were playing from behind. They cannot do that. They don't have the time to.
Andy with that many shots, nothing on the board for Dignitas. That's got to change for them, of course. I mean, Dries and Evo, as good as they are, they're going to need him to at least create a few opportunities for them, get a few juicy rebounds,
right,
get some lapses defensively out of Falcons. Not everything has to be right on target. You can drag the defense out. We've seen both teams kind of get the jitters defensively and double commit every now and then. Those opportunities are going to be there if they're able to create. We go to game 2 now at Forbidden Temple, and we'll see if Dries and company can do just that. Ocala's going to give it right back to him. It's centered for Evo, but the clear there for Ocala. And it's Falcons kind of making a mess of this again at the back. So Ocala's got to bail them out. In front for Evo, no. Well won by Ocala. Gates open behind him, and Team Falcons get an easy one.
Pull them out, net wide open. Look at this, great B2. Ambitious challenges and interesting positioning from Dignitas. As they are looking for an edge here, but you have to be realistic. You have to know, okay, Ocala has this ball, we need somebody in the back end.
So Falcons score first again. If they can open up another 2-goal lead here. Andy, right at Ocala, he's up to the task. Another double commit there between Evo and Dries. They just, again, can't get out of each other's way. Andy's got to bail them out at the back. Now Evo with a full tank of boost, but gosh, Daz, we didn't see this very often during the North American regional season. But right now, Dries and Evo are in the same spot at the same time, all the time.
Yeah, they're in the same spot, and then Andy has to get these dive saves instead of having someone back. It's like they don't know if they want to have a third man super far in the back or play up front to add extra aggression. They're trying to figure it out, but they don't have really the luxury to be able to do that. Falcons are in the lead. They need to make a play.
Andy making sure to go for that midfield boost. Evo went for boost as well and just barely had time to get back. After that pinch effort, now TRK bullying. Evo's got to jump in just ahead of Ocala. So Team Falcons making Dignitas scramble quite a bit. That's a good ball into the zone, but Evo can't get up for it in time. He does take out TRK. Dries off the angle, again cleared out. Not a lot of passing going on here either on the Dignitas side.
Yeah.
Oh, Ahmad pulled the string on him. Just changed speeds a little bit, and it's 2-0.
They've been playing this fast game. They didn't expect things to slow down. Look at this, slow and controlled. Played the 50 well, angled the car perfectly. And Falcons, once again, showing up. As 2-goal lead here, so much time within this game. Ahmad himself getting, on the board, TRK, of course. And they continue to play at this elevated level. Dignitas still look like they're trying to figure things out.
Almost looking like a carbon copy of game number 1. Evo and TRK's way, and he still managed to get a piece of that challenge. Back the other way now, Andy, and he's stopped by Khaled, and the opportunities still few and far between for Dignitas. Everybody lets this one touch down to the ground, and that works out to Falcons' benefit. They continue to run the show.
Oh.
Double tap, bang, bang.
Ahmad is amazing. Look at that read. Goes up TRK, thanks for the pass. I got this one all by himself. Andy didn't stand a chance.
You're just sitting there on the goal line going, please, Lord, let him miss. Not happening. Not on this stage. Ahmad to center. For TRK out of the corner, and that's a big booming clear downfield. Andy up for it, but just too strong for him. And now Evo with Dries waiting for a pass that never gets there. Andy's got to bring this all the way back with a full tank of boost. Dries for Evo, up high, Khaled's got it. Rebound available, but Khaled's got this as well. And again, Dignitas not in position to take advantage of the rebound. Instead, they're in position to watch another goal explosion courtesy of Ahmad.
This is getting ugly at this point. Dignitas on their, what could be, no, this is their last life.
It is.
This is their last life, and Falcons don't care at all. And you can see it in the gameplay. 4-0, we still got 2 minutes of Rocket League left. And if you don't show up when it comes major time, you see what happens. You get bullied. TRK with the goal.
Did somebody call the ref over? I think they're tapping out. 5-0 with still 2 minutes left. And the significance of this game in particular, Dignitas dropped this game, which almost seems elementary at this point. Even if they come back and complete the reverse sweep, their fate is not in their hands. They would still need another result to go their way. They would need Vitality to beat K-Corp later on today.
So let's talk about seeing magic. We have to see 5 goals in a minute 40.
Yeah, right. There's a lot going against Dignitas right now. The only category they lead in, demolitions. Everybody's got 1. That's not much to hang your hat on here. Ahmad has Khaled in the midfield. Falcons not really too keen on jumping forward. They don't need to at this point. They've made their statement. And Dignitas still yet to answer. Evo for Andy. Not there. Dries will try and keep this available, but nobody else is there. Everybody had to retreat, get boosted up, because they don't want to lose 6-0. It's TRK to the crossbar, and nobody else following up. We'll see if Dignitas can break the shutout at this point. That's the only drama remaining in the final minute of a dominant Game 2 from the squad in blue.
50 seconds. Falcons at this point just trying to run the clock out, but man, you gotta wonder. The desk kind of alluded to it. Dignitas have that potential. I mean, we've seen them stacks. We know that they do. But it feels like we're getting a completely different team here. Like they haven't woke up yet. If there's any time to wake up, is right now. Less than 30 seconds to go. And Falcons trying to put this series on match point. TRK almost putting that one into the back of the net.
Haven't seen Ahmad on the ball in a while. He's been the leading scorer in this series. He had 5 goals yesterday in those 2 series with Vitality and K-Corp. He's got 5 now in just about 2 games. It is utter dominance from the squad from Mina. Team Falcons up 2-0 over Dignitas, and no end in sight for the Americans.
Match point. And for Dignitas, it's a win or go home. Not even just win or go home, winner. Maybe still go home.
Yeah, well, they are home ultimately. We're in San Diego. There we go, I heard a few pops. 5-0 though. Falcons just dominant, 8-1, the scoreline in this series. And the numbers tell the story themselves. As we look back at the Team Falcons Mobile 1 high performance replay, it was all Mina, all game long. TRK even forcing that one through. It's just, even if you got a hand up, it did not matter. It was not enough. And now Dignitas, remember, there's no timeout here in the best of fives, so they've got to figure it out in the 60 seconds between games. I would not want to be their coach right now because that's way above my pay grade.
Seeing this though, this is where, you know, as competitors, you really get that true test.
Yep.
Mary, going up against a team that is like Team Falcons that has that hot hand, and you not even being able to get on the board. How do you bring yourself out of that? How do you turn it around? We'll see if Dignitas can do it. They're facing elimination, and Falcons, oh my, they are pushing the issue.
Really, if it was a fight, they would stop it. They just did not even let him get out of the corner. 1-0, 4 seconds in. The crowd was trying to rally Dignitas in between games. And they've been silenced yet again. Ocala to the corner. Second touch to set up TRK. They're just on a different level right now. Evo, leave it for Drees. Problem is, Drees doesn't exist anymore, so Evo's got to take over. And it's going to be a little bit wide. Ocala made sure it didn't get anywhere close. Andy pinch across, and still not there. It's just Dignitas too slow getting forward. Now TRK for Ocala. Clear the runway, 2-0.
How do you fight back when you're being constantly held down? This is unbelievable. Punch, punch, punch is Team Falcons. Dignitas, this is a team that number 5 in North America. You understand how tough it is already to qualify for these majors? And to get here and be on the last game, it's just, you want to see them come out and at least get something. They can't even get that one.
Panic, panic, my turn offense, me ball, whatever you want to call it. It's all going wrong, and then TRK delivers this one. 3-0 in less than a minute.
Oh my goodness. TRK, look at that angle. Woo! He's elite stacks.
This is unbelievable. I mean, Falcons, they needed to win. That was the directive. They didn't need to dominate like this. They have taken all the drama out of this series early. They've pinched away. Ahmad's there for it. Now he's going to look for more. He's gone a little bit quiet after he scored his 5th goal in less than 2 games. Here goes Ocala. TRK coming on. Rebound will come all the way out to midfield. TRK and Ahmad kind of almost guessing who was going to take charge. Dignitas have had their opportunities to take advantage of a few miscues, and they just haven't because they've double committed, they haven't communicated themselves. It's been a mess every time they get anywhere close to the Falcons' net.
It has been. It just feels like just not being on the same page, where, you know, they have ideas, everyone is coming through, but also at the same time, it really is just kind of Falcons elevating. I feel like their 50 game has just been there. They've been faster to the ball. They've also just been able to kind of set each other up and really build back that strong offense that a lot of people knew that they had. It was questioned coming into this event, but I really don't think that there's many questions now.
Ahmad, table setting, no, this one's going to be cleared away. But it just continues. Falcons deciding how long they want to stay on the Dignitas half. Now it's Drees. Drop off for Evo, and he'll get one here just before the halfway mark. And a little spark of life for Dig.
There's the breakout. Drees with time, gives it to Evo, lines up the shot. TRK moving too fast. Can't get there. Half a game left. Can Dignitas use this, turn it into some momentum?
1 goal for Drees, 1 goal for Evo. That's been it for Dignitas so far. But they've got half a game to right the ship. Evo trying to just control this. And he avoids TRK. Very slowly downfield, trying to set up Drees. He'll get the corner boost steal. And still, O'Khaled able to shake that away. Now it's TRK. Might have got bumped by Ahmad, but Ahmad cleans up the mess. And now we dip down to the 2-minute mark. Dignitas at least getting back onto the Falcons half and showing signs of improvement late in game 3.
And now they've got that offensive pressure. What can they do with it? They're trying to turn it into more. Andy, looking for small ball plays, will pick up a demo as Drees tried to put the shot on, but got blocked out. Be cleared downfield. Andy will try once again. They've been able to manage and maintain possession here, and they are starting to, it feels like they are picking up in the pace.
Andy retreating, Drees had to wait a moment, and he does make the stop on O'Khaled. Keeps Dignitas at least with a pulse here in game 3. Ahmad, a nudge by Evo, trying to bring this through the corner, and instead, Evo did the work for him, and it's still just harmlessly across to the opposite wing. Now O'Khaled give way to TRK. They've been the well-oiled machine here so far in this series. Team Falcons trying to put the finishing touches on a clean 3-0 sweep. Andy now, right at TRK. One by the Saudi, and then it's O'Khaled.
Whoa!
Being off the post, and he'll slam it home.
And another goal from Falcons. Khaled will pick up his second. He's shooting 2 for 3, and off the woodwork and in. 3-goal lead, 54 seconds left. Falcons, we saw them yesterday. They took that loss to K-Court. The blue wall was too tall, but you can see they've definitely upgraded the wings here.
Listen, sometimes you're the Falcons, sometimes you're a field mouse. And right now, Falcons are the Predators. 4-1, almost a formality at this point unless Dignitas have a miraculous comeback in them. O'Khaled with 1 save, Ahmad with the clear, and more precious seconds melting away. TRK almost certainly would have put this series away right there. Drees, lob ahead. Doesn't matter now how many goals Dignitas gives up if they can't score on their own, but it's coming back in. Ahmad, the dagger!
Oh my goodness, the pass play is just so beautiful here. Drees tries to play it to the sidewall. You see TRK send it to Ahmad, and Ahmad just has Drees in the most uncomfortable spot and is able to force that through. 17 seconds left. The time at this point doesn't even matter. 5-1's the scoreline. Khaled looking to make it 6, and he will! Team Falcons, my goodness!
They have beat them, and they've beat them, and they've beat them, and they've beat them. Team Falcons came in with one singular objective: dominate, and they have achieved. What a performance in one of the toughest groups that you're gonna see at an event like this. Team Falcons will survive and advance at the expense of Dignitas.
And they'll get one more for the road. Team Falcons take the series. Dignitas will be sent home. But this one, I feel like was so much more of a statement for Team Falcons. Just again, showing that potential, showing what happens when you let them work. Yeah, that's right, flap those wings, because those boys are flying high, and they're gonna be flying to the playoffs as well. Clearly have elevated the gameplay, and I am very impressed personally.
I'd be very scared of this team, the way they played. And again, how they performed coming back from basically the dead against Vitality. I mean, they looked dead in the water, no chance of coming back, and they managed to pull it off. And their loss to K-Corp, as entertaining a sweep as you're going to see, easily could have won any and all of those games. This is, as usual, a legit major contender.